Hello, welcome to another episode of Crypto Chart. I'm Fausto Botelho, broadcasting from Brazil. And if you're new here, please subscribe to the channel. Give us a thumbs up if you like the content. Tell your friends in your social network. And here we use our technical analysis and try to find out what's going to happen with the crypto prices. We've been talking about the S&P because I think we're in the eve of a crash in the S&P. So, quick look in the S&P, which is right here. So this is the daily chart, the S&P. That's the 2000 bear market. That's the 2008, the subprime crisis. And this is what happened after subprime. And so far we've broken this support trend line. We made a double top. We broke this support here. But then the market came back, but just until its resistance, the resistance of this rectangle here. And it's feeling this resistance. So far we have two descending tops and two descending bottoms. So we're in a bear market. Of course, this surprised many people, me included. But well, we still have two descending tops. So let's see what happens now. I think there's a good possibility that the market starts falling from now, and then we're going to see what's going to happen when it reaches its first support here around 2700, and then and most important when it reaches 2600, which is this very important support here. If it breaks down, then I think we'll be heading towards establishing a medium-term bear market and then a bear market, which will end up with a crash. If a crash happens, I've been saying that many times here in the channel already, there's the flight for quality that happens. Everybody gets out of the stock markets and go enrich more safe harbors or safe airports, talking about the flight, right? So if a small portion of the $100 trillion that are in the stock markets around the world come to the small airport of the cryptos, this crypto space is going to have an explosion, I think. Most of the assets, whenever a crash happens, they suffer. But Bitcoin has already suffered. The space has already suffered. Bitcoin crashed already. It fell 50% in a month in December, right? December, January. So I'm very optimistic. I think Bitcoin, I'll show you what are my views in Bitcoin. I think we might see Bitcoin at much higher levels than the level it reached in the beginning of last year, in the end of 2017. So, going to cryptos, here we go. Let's see if I'm showing what I'm supposed to be showing. And now, actually, let's do technical analysis. Come along. So, I'm showing you the first 20 more important cryptos here. I'm going to organize them and I'm going to put them all in daily chart. So starting with Bitcoin Cash, well, nothing to say about in this sideways trend here, nothing to say about that. Bitcoin Cash has this wedge. It broke the resistance trend line of this wedge and it's probably doing a pullback, but you know, not very exciting. Well, that's the girl, right? So far, Binance, and let me show you here, because we just issued a recommendation, a long call for, and it's right here, calls cryptos, and it's right here. Yeah. So here's for here's our technical analysis for Binance. It broke its all-time high with this lovely ascending triangle. I had the opportunity to comment. I don't know if it was in this channel or in another channel, because I also do videos in Portuguese. But I had the opportunity to comment that what could have been seen as a bull trap was not actually, because this time here the market didn't actually break the all-time high. It tried to break. It was testing the all-time high, because this day here it didn't break, and this other day it also didn't break because it left a huge upper shadow, right? So it actually break over here, and we issued a recommendation, a buying recommendation. This one here, I suppose. Yeah, this one here. Whenever the market was, well, actually, whenever the bulls were telling us that they were taking over again, they were taking over this upward ascending triangle here, and so we issued the recommendation here, and we made 26% with it, which was very good. We're very proud of our recommendation. But now back to the cryptos. Now what's happening is that if we go to the hourly chart, the market just did a rectangle or a symmetrical triangle, if you prefer. It could be a rectangle because it tested this level here once more, and you could, whatever. It's an accumulation, a continuation accumulation. And so it's actually confirming the breaking of the all-time high, right? So with that in mind, we have issued a objective for our position that we recommended today, which is over here, 0.005. And that's the projection of the last upward movement, upwards from the low of this, which is a correction wave, right? So, but this is also a conservative objective, because we might very well project this last upward movement here upwards, and considering that this what could be called wave 3 is smaller than wave 1, right? So we would be projecting the smallest of the two previous actually we couldn't call it long-term waves, because it's actually a very short-term wave, right? But I think there's very good fundamentals on Binance. I've seen a interview that Mr. Champagne Zhao, the CEO of Binance, issued to my colleague Ivan on Tech, and he was saying that they're moving their Binance coin from Ethereum to their own blockchain, and they're also receiving projects in their own blockchain. They're not going to have smart contracts, but they're going to have a very fast blockchain. I'm not 100% sure, but I think I heard that he said they're going to register a block every second or something. So, but the important thing is that having a blockchain, I think they'll be looked upon. They're going to host lots of projects for a very simple reason. Whoever runs their project in their blockchain is going to have some facilities when the time comes for them to be listed in the BINANCE Exchange. And all the projects in the world want to be listed in BINANCE Exchange, the biggest exchange in the world, the one with the biggest quantity of pairs. So and those people hosting their projects in Binance blockchain will be paying for that in Binance Coin. So that's another huge use case for Binance coin, and that is why it broke its all-time high and up it goes. So we're long and very bullish in Binance coin. So back to the charts here. Yes, next one is no, not here. The ones we're giving, no, over here. So next one's Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin, I think, is showing us a reversal formation here, and I think we're going to call it a inverted head and shoulders. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, neckline. It broke the neckline and it just came back to the neckline, and you know, made a pullback and reverted whenever two times already whenever it reached the support of the former resistance trend line of the neckline of these inverted head and shoulders, right? So I'm expecting Bitcoin to start going up again, and unless it breaks the support here, then it's going to mix everything again. But so far, this is a reversal pattern, and we're going to be testing this resistance long-term trend line here. And if it breaks, well, then to the moon, my friends. So this is, I was showing you the, oh yes, I just want to show you again that I'm working nowadays with this channel, this upward channel, which shows very clearly here that if we're touching this support line and it holds, we have two objectives for Bitcoin. The first one would be the projection of the fifth wave of the fifth wave, because, you know, I was actually considering that we were going to have a fifth wave equal of this one here, and that would take what am I doing here? No, it was here. No, it was not. It was this upward movement here. I was expecting it to go and to take us to $100,000, which didn't happen, right? So I throw the towel. That's for boxing, if you don't know what I'm talking about. Whenever the coach throws the towel in the ring, the fight stops. So and now I am reviewing my analysis of Bitcoin. So I think we had three waves here. We had a correction, and I think that correction is good for this process, and that we're ready to have another impulsive wave, which it's about to begin, right? So in that impulsive wave, if we have an objective, if we have another wave which equals wave 5 of wave 5 of let's wave 5, then we would project this segment here upwards from here, and we'll be talking about around $75,000. But we can also project this entire fifth wave here, which, by the way, would be smaller than both previous waves, much smaller than both previous waves. If we project that, we're heading to $300,000, around $300,000. So $75,000, $305,000, that's the objectives I see of Bitcoin coming in the near future. Do I believe? You're thinking, if I believe that it can really get there? Oh yeah, man, I believe, because I've never seen something like that happening. I've seen, and I was very close to the launching of the email, the launching of internet. We had a service provider of internet back in 1995 or something, and but this is huge. The crypto space, the crypto projects, all the brains in the world working on that. you know, this thing is huge. It can easily go there. But please don't start saying that Fausto Botelho is saying that Bitcoin is going to $300,000. No, I'm just showing the possibilities. And the possibilities, with these possibilities, I mean for eventually a guy that manages a portfolio or a fund, a hedge fund, that is irresponsible for anybody to have a huge capital today without having a portion in the crypto space. Oh man, you can't avoid, you can't, you know, just close your eyes on these possibilities that we have in Bitcoin and in all the crypto space. There's many others, and there's the ones that weren't even being, that haven't even been created, and they're gonna bring huge possibilities. The Googles and the Amazons eventually have not been created yet, but I'm absolutely sure that everything is gonna, you know, turn around the Bitcoin standard. Yeah, that's it. So back to business here. Next one is Cardano. Yeah, Cardano broke this resistance trend line and is going sideways. We're waiting for the bulls to tell us that they're going to take over, and we're watching the the hourly chart for that. Whenever we see that, we might probably send a bull call for Cardano. Dash, well, Dash broke this beautiful resistance trend line and is accumulating in something that looks like a huge flag. Keeping an eye on the hourly chart as well. That's going to be the signal, and eventually it's about to be giving us, because we're flagging up here, testing the resistance trend line. So keeping an eye on that. If that breaks, probably good option, good idea to buy Dash. EOS, well, EOS broke this resistance line. I was long in EOS actually, but I didn't like today's lack of enthusiasm. Let's put it this way. So it's in hold to see what's going to happen in this accumulation here. Ethereum, same thing. It broke this resistance trend line, and very important to notice that we're testing this very important resistance level here. Take a look. For those of you that are new to the channel, well, first of all, please subscribe. Give us a thumbs up if you like what you've seen. And please acknowledge that here we talk about the Bitcoin standard. We think Bitcoin is going up to the moon. So we see all our charts in Bitcoin, and we try with that to use our Bitcoins and trade and eventually increase the number of Bitcoins that we have. So all of our charts are in Bitcoin, quoted in Bitcoin, not in dollars or other fiat money. So back to business here. Ethereum is testing this resistance level, very important. So it broke this resistance line, has 3 points already. So we're keeping an eye on that as well. Am I showing the charts? Yes, I'm showing the charts. Yoda, I was actually taking a look at Yoda, but no, nothing to say about it's just sideways, no comments. Yeah, Litecoin just broke a very important level. Let me show you what is this level here. We're right here, right? So if I come from here to there, I'm going to be passing here, and I'm going to be, well, no, it's not that many. Did you see? Yeah, okay. This there's this bottom here in February last year, and then there's this yeah, Litecoin. Litecoin is the girl. We so far have planning for that, but it's gone already. We missed that one. The objective is right here on 0.01734. 0.01734. Right over here. So it would still have another 21% to go to this its objective. Maker, well, Maker is flagging up. I think it's a good idea. But the only thing is that it doesn't have many markets and also not too much liquidity. But I think it's flagging up. I'm bullish on Maker. Monero is keeps going sideways in this rectangle below this resistance trend, support trend line. So I think it's coming down and testing its all-time low. NAND is flagging down, and no comments. Well, NEO just broke this resistance trend line, and well, let's see what it makes, because it's testing this resistance level here once, twice, but it also didn't break the support line. It's testing the support line, so it's going to this APIS here, and let's see what happens. We're keeping an eye on that. Ripple remains on its wedge or its symmetrical triangle, but it's also holding the support line, trend line. So maybe we're going to have news very soon on what's going to happen to NEO. Stellar. Well, Stellar, I don't like Stellar. I think this accumulation is probably going to put Stellar downwards. That's a continuation pattern, I would say, and it's probably coming down. EOS is winning this race against Stellar, I would say. Tron, well, sideways, testing the support now. Let's see what happens, right? But yeah, it kind of reverted here, produced as a bear trap in the intraday, but well, didn't go on. So keeping an eye on it, just keeping an eye on it. True USD, what's going to happen? Is it coming down or is it going up? Well, same thing. That's the inverse chart of Bitcoin, and I think we can say this is drifting up and probably coming down, right? As Bitcoin's going up. VChain is going sideways, and Zcash just broke the support line. And that's it for today. Thank you for watching until now, and I'll see you next time. Ciao!